Nila Utama saw a tiger when he found Singapore and named it Singapura. Is this a myth or is this a fact?
Myth. It's a fact, because Asia got no lions.
Ding ding ding.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? And welcome to our coffee shop. I'm your host Ding Yong, and welcome to another episode of the KopiBros show, presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube or any other sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for listening in. We are just a Singaporean trio that want to learn more about Singapore. I love my country. Now, once again, I'm joined by Jordan and Paul. How are both of you doing today?
I am doing well.
Better than yesterday.
It's like one of those days, right, where sometimes Monday you wake up early and then you feel like, okay, I don't feel so tired, and then you start the day right.
I just this question crossed my mind because I was looking at all the Olympic score and stuff. Why were you not dispatched to Olympics this time? Because I remember you went to the Asian Games.
Okay, so the Olympics, right, they are more stringent on like the amount of people you can send, like including like athletes and technical officials lah. So naturally, if you have more athletes going, then you can have more officials going. Olympics compared to Asian Games and SEA Games, right? We have lesser athletes and lesser events, so that's why hence lesser officials are going also lah.
And I heard simple the bid for the sportsmen is not as good. Is it true?
I think for me, right, the surprising thing is not the bid, it's the welcome pack. What, they got a Samsung Galaxy?
Samsung phone, then Samsonite bag, right? Luggage, all this.
Although some of them crashed out at quite early, I would just like to say, we support you from Singapore. Any Singaporean athlete, I think making it to Olympics is a very big achievement. So whatever results you get, we are proud of you. For today's episode, it's actually a very straightforward episode. I have came out with 8 truth and myths as a form of mythbuster episode. So I think maybe it's a sort of like a build up to National Day. Last week we did a quiz on MRT. This week we'll do a myth or fact thing on Singapore. Just general knowledge, okay? It can be about food, can be about attractions, or just general history about Singapore. Just to test whether Jordan and Paul are well versed in their Singapore history or Singapore food. So before I start, I just want to ask Jordan and Paul, how confident are you all in your general history about Singapore?
Can lah. My social study was a...
I'll do my best, bro.
Okay, so without further ado, I will go into my Mythbuster episode about Singapore. I have prepared 8 questions about Singapore, just general stuff, a bit about attractions, a bit about Singapore history, a bit about Singapore food even. Okay, so you all just need to tell me whether this statement is a myth or a fact. Okay?
Okay.
So I think you all have prepared a M or a F. Okay, I'm not trying to scroll backward here. A M or a F piece of paper. The first statement, okay, is actually on Singapore food. Okay, chili crab was actually invented by a lady who decided to use bottled chili sauce instead of tomato sauce when she cooked her crab dish. Is this a myth or a fact?
Bottled chili sauce.
Bottled chili sauce, yes.
So how does it work? Do we just flash the answer or?
Yeah, okay. So you all just need to tell me when you're ready. Then we 3, 2, 1, we flash the answer together.
Okay, ready.
Okay, come. 3, 2, 1. Myth. Okay, Paul, your one I cannot see. Your one is myth or?
It's a fact.
Okay, Jordan, what do you think is a myth?
It's supposed to be a bottle of tomato sauce, not chili sauce.
Okay, how about Paul?
I find, right, the best things are always invented by accident.
The answer is actually a fact. Okay, Jordan is not wrong in the sense that I looked at a few sources lah. So there were 2 stages in this invention of the chili crab dish. So the very, very, very first one that's credited with so-called inventing the chili crab dish, right, was this auntie called Che Yam Tiam. So she actually, some sources say she mistakenly put a bottle of chili sauce. Some say her husband recommended her, so she put a bottle of chili sauce. But she was the first to cook bottled chili sauce with crab. And then somebody else actually took that dish and then so-called like zeng and go upgrade lah. Then they added tomato sauce. They added all the egg inside. That is the version that we are more well known with at the moment lah. Also, she started her restaurant in 1962 called Palm Beach, and then so-called sell the chili crab dish, and then they migrated to Australia, sold the restaurant to someone else who took, and then their son migrated within Australia but came back, worked under this person before finally taking over this restaurant and then renaming it called Roland Restaurant. So Roland Restaurant is actually at Parkway Parade at the moment, very near my house.
Ooh.
But do any of you know that Roland's restaurant, or rather Roland's parents, were the one that invented, so-called were the first one that invented chili crab?
Yeah, I heard about that lady that invented the first chili crab in Singapore lah.
Let's move on to the second question. I think the second question will be more debatable and actually quite more fun. Okay, this second question is actually very, very simple. Dick Lee wrote, you know, the NDP song Home? Okay, so is it a myth or is it a fact that he wrote the song Home for the National Day Parade? Ching, 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 ching.
Okay, ready.
Okay, go.
Okay, yeah? 3, 2, 1.
Hey.
Okay.
It's a myth.
Myth. Oh, okay. Actually, both of you got it right. But maybe I invite Jordan and Paul to tell me why you all wrote that it's a myth.
I don't think he's the one who wrote the song.
Okay.
He wrote a song,
Paul?
but not meant for National Day, right? It was meant to... I heard this story somewhere, but I don't really know the exact reason. So I just remember someone saying it because... And the way you phrase the question, right? If he really wrote it for NDP, I don't think he will say it. You wouldn't ask it as a question, you know?
Okay. I shall give both of you the points, although Paul's reasoning was actually closer to the real reason. So when Dick Lee wrote the song Home, right, he was actually invited to write for a different festival. He actually wrote for this called Sing Singapore Music Festival in 1997. So, after he wrote the song, right, he was living in Hong Kong, so he wrote the song because he was actually homesick. So he didn't expect that it will become an NDP song because he said NDP songs are supposed to be uplifting, like my song is about homesickness and so sad. Who want to sing it during National Day Parade? But it became like a hit in 1998. And after that, everybody keeps singing it. If you see his interviews, I don't know whether I saw Daily Ketchup recently interviewed him. I don't know whether they talk about this, but Home was, he will tell you that Home was not written for NDP, but he was still very, very proud that he wrote that song because now it's like on everybody's lips during National Day Parade. The third mythology of Singapore, Redhill or Bukit Merah was actually named after a boy who was killed, although he tried to stop the swordfishers from destroying his village.
Whether is it true or false? Is it?
Yeah, but that means like, did I narrate the myth correctly, or is there something wrong with the myth here?
Okay, I think it's I got my answer ready.
Okay.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go! Myth?
Myth.
Okay, why do both of you think that it's a myth?
I think that...
It's a myth to begin with.
No, I think that it was named after the boy's name, not rather than the story itself.
So
his name is Hong Shan.
Actually, this is true. Okay?
Oh, it's true.
So, yeah. Okay, so the actual myth is that the boy's village was actually pillaged by swordfish. So he actually came out with the idea that we can use the tree trunks or the bananas, right, to build a defense. Then the swordfish, the nose will get stuck in the tree trunk, then you can kill the swordfish. So the idea actually worked, but the Sultan was jealous of his achievements. Then he sent people overnight to kill him. Then because he lived on top of a hill, when he was killed, the blood flowed down the hill. That's why it's called Redhill.
Not because his name is Hong Shan, is it?
It's a Malay boy.
Oh, Malay boy, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, so interestingly, Redhill is because of this. Tanjong Pagar is called Tanjong Pagar because in Malay is something like, don't know what, banana tree trunk or something. So that was the place that they built the banana tree trunks to stop the swordfish.
But Redhill got any lake and river, meh?
Don't ask me, bro. This one, geography, maybe all the lands and everything changed over the years.
I think not yet reclaimed.
Not yet reclaimed. Hey, that's a good one. Number 4. Sang Nila Utama saw a tiger when he found Singapore and named it Singapura. Is this a myth or is this a fact?
So saw what again?
Yeah, so what do you say?
tiger when he found Singapore and named it Singapura?
I got my answer correct.
Okay, come. 3, 2, 1. Myth.
Fact.
Fact. Okay, why do you say is a fact, Paul?
Because Asia got no lions.
Ding, ding, ding. Paul, you got it correct.
Oh no.
Paul is correct. Actually, people suspect that Sanilai Utama didn't really see a lion. He just thought he saw a lion. That's why he named us Lion City. Which is why you see the crest for Malaysia is actually a tiger. It's not a lion. Also, people go through the records and think that actually most likely he saw a tiger, but he thought he saw a lion and named us Lion City. Historians actually say that maybe he saw a tiger, not a lion. The fifth myth or fact, okay? Sentosa was named in 1972 due to its serenity and its relatively calm and very pleasing history. Is this a myth or is this a fact? I think this one, if you all got hear some elderly say here, say there, or you all got see some ghost story, you should know.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Okay, both of you are correct.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I invite Jordan to share first. What you think is a myth?
I think it's much more way earlier when that Sentosa is being named Sentosa.
When I was in the Navy, right, I heard a lot of stories last time that Sentosa Island and there's this another island called Pedro Branca, right? It's a very highly sought after land between Singapore and Malaysia.
Correct.
I would like to. So when you said calm and serenity history, I think it's it's a lie. You're trying to catch me right there.
Jordan and Paul both get it correct, but Jordan for the wrong reason. Sentosa was really named in 1972, but its name, its name is to change the history. So before 1972, right, Sentosa was actually called Pulau Belakang Mati, you know. So Mati is really death. It's called the island behind which lies death. Sorry, the place was actually a military base. So a lot of fights, a lot of deaths actually happened there. So in 1972, they actually wanted to redevelop the place as a tourist attraction. That's why they had to rename it and rebrand it. Let's move on to number 6. I think this is something more interesting. A Canadian wrote 3 NDP songs for Singapore. Is this a myth or is this a fact?
I don't know.
Okay. I didn't know until I go research also. Quite interesting.
Okay.
Paul's waiting for the NDP song draft next week, right?
1. Okay,
Fact.
how about Paul?
Fact.
Ding, 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 ding. Both of you got it correct. Well done.
That's right.
I think one of them is
maybe I ask Jordan and Paul first. Why do you choose fact?
Okay, no. I think one of the songs is the Stand Up for Singapore, right?
Yes, correct.
Then the other two, I don't know. No, what are the songs?
When it comes to songs, right, the Western are more modernized, right? And then in terms of choreographing a song, all this, I think they will do it better. So I do feel that when you see an NDP song that is like composed by a local person, right, you will know it's like from a local person, right?
Yeah,
they will add a lot of like Singapore flavor and all this, right? So certain songs, I feel, can tell that they have been westernized, lah. So I won't be surprised that you said a Canadian wrote 3 songs.
Like Jordan said, Stand Up for Singapore was one of the songs that this Canadian called Hugh Harrison composed. So he composed because back then, during NDP, right, Singapore didn't go around like finding people to write. They opened the thing and say, hey, you all submit proposals, like open for bidding and that for tender. This Canadian advertising company called McCann Erickson actually asked Hugh Harrison, which was working for them at the time, to write the NDP songs. So because the first one was so successful, they wrote 2 more for Singapore. So the 3 songs is actually Stand Up for Singapore, We Are Singapore, Stand Up for Singapore, and Count on Me. Okay.
Ooh,
so
nice.
apparently this guy recently just got into some accident. The right arm almost got cut off or something. So fortunately he's fine.
That's good. Still can write songs.
The 7th
My later got
question.
VA.
Gardens by the Bay. Sorry, the 7th statement. Gardens by the Bay is home to the 3rd largest glass greenhouse in the world. Is this a myth or is this a fact?
Okay, I got my answer.
Okay, come. 3, 2, 1. Fact! Well done, both of you. Sorry, you both chose fact, right?
Yes.
Like,
Okay, both of you are wrong. It's actually a myth. Oh!
Damn.
Sorry, I'm too excited. Okay, Gardens by the Bay is actually home to the largest glass greenhouse in the world. It's not the third largest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's the biggest. I wasn't sure whether it's one of the biggest or the biggest. So when you say
Yeah.
top three, then
So
okay, I should be in there.
apparently, I didn't know this until I watched Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's podcast. And Travis
yes, I
Kelce
saw
talked
that
about like
also.
coming back from Singapore after meeting Taylor Swift there. Then he's like, wow, I'm very impressed with Gardens by the Bay because he said he liked to see nature and scenery. Then he went to the largest glass greenhouse. Then I'm like, oh, I know. Question: Singapore has one UNESCO heritage site. Is that a fact or is that a myth? UNESCO heritage site means like UNESCO say that this one is a heritage site, then you'll be protected and all these things. So like for example, Great Wall of China is a UNESCO heritage site. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Fact. Myth. Jordan got the right answer.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Botanic Gardens.
Yes, Paul is correct. It's Botanic Gardens. They actually put up the application for the UNESCO World Heritage Site in July 2015, and the rights was actually given in 2016. Hawker Centre, hawker culture was given the UNESCO also, but that's the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage.
Okay.
Okay, but I hope all of you learned something from this episode.
Get out of here!
Look at the time. Our coffee shop is closing, but in the meantime, we hope you have enjoyed the episode. Please remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have an episode that comes out every Monday, but if you're interested in football, we have the Football Coffee that drops every Wednesday. And if you're interested in the fun game show formats, we have the SG Drop podcast that drops every Friday. Now, also, if you're interested in the fun knockout tournaments, we have a weekly tournament pool that is in our Instagram every Monday to Thursday, where we knock out and eliminate different contenders for a topic uniquely tied to this week's KopiBros episode. I don't know what we're going to do for this week's tournaments, so just keep tuned. Okay, this is a recurring tournament that every 12 p.m. where the results of the previous day are reviewed and the next round of voting starts, so head to our Instagram to vote. Now, we hope that everyone's going to enjoy a National Day and a National Day holiday, but remember,
A kopi a day keeps your troubles away.
Stand up for
For
Singapore.
Singapore.
Do the best you can.